Welcome in. It's your host, Mr. Fox. It's great to have you all in. Thanks for being a part of today's video. Thanks for spending your time and finding your way to me, however that may have occurred. Um, Today, I wanted to kind of dig into um, some more personal revelations, um, things that really are kind of relevant and particular to me. Um, I know that everybody right now is going through something, or everybody has, their different challenges and obstacles and things that they're facing in life. Um, but today, I kind of wanted to get into some things that I've been working on and working through, and just feel like I need to share out loud with the world and just with myself, and maybe you can relate. Um, I'm kind of at a place right now where I don't really know where I'm at. Um, in a lot of ways, like I don't know where the future's taking me and what it looks like, and I don't just mean that in terms of my own life, but I also mean that just in the grand scheme of things. The challenges that I have faced um, have knocked me down, have knocked me over, have taken the wind out of my sails. I don't really have the spark like I used to have for life and for living. I mean, I think it's still there, and there's moments and flashes where it is there, and I feel okay, and I feel a little more, you know, hope and optimism for life and for living and for overcoming different challenges that I face. But I gotta say, being able to just simply do the normal stuff that most of us do on a daily basis, the simple things, the little things, have been difficult. And while I'm facing the weight of my own personal challenges, I look out into the world and I see everything that I think everybody else is seeing. I see a world in which is full of chaos, full of war, uh, terror, confusion, nihilism, apathy, anger, rage, and things just seem unstable out there and unsettling, and there doesn't seem like at times there's a lot of hope in the world. And so when you're I think when I've been dealing with my own stuff and trying to basically climb out of what could be described as soul level depression, to try to climb my way out of that, or to try to you know recover from that and make sense of all that, while also feeling just all the weight of the world and the stress of it all, and just feeling like something is really, really not right. about everything that's going on in the world, and just hearing the things I'm hearing, and you can see it and feel it from others when you're just simply around them. There is a lot of cynicism. There's a lot of skepticism that is rampant right now, and probably for good reason. Every day that I wake up right now, I'm waking up with my own stuff, as I'm sure you all are to some extent, and then I get on my phone or I turn on the TV or whatever, and it's like, what now? What's happening today? What are we going to be hit with today? So it's like it's. I guess I'm saying that it's everything is twofold right now. It's me and the world, and uh, it's probably always sort of been that way. Because the world is bigger than me, obviously, but and I've kind of always known that, but um, it just feels like there's a collapsing of everything kind of falling on itself right now, and when you're when you're feeling the weight of your own stuff, to be hit by the heaviness of the world and all the things that come with that, it just kind of knocks you. It kind of keeps you down. It kicks you while you're down, essentially. And it's been really, it's been a struggle. It's been a struggle. I have a lot of doubts. I have a lot of doubts about a lot of things, and a lot of that stems from my own internal struggles, and reckonings that I'm having with myself about who I've been and what I've been about and how I've put myself into the world. And I think there's a lot that I can feel good about, or at least somewhat positive about. Um, i i think of myself as a good person. um, I think for the most part I've tried to get it right, and to be someone to many people. I've tried to, put my best foot forward, and I know that I've missed sometimes. I've been way off. Um, I haven't been who I needed to be and who I probably should have been, and there have been times where I've avoided um, things about myself that only until very recently have I begun to really look at. And so my shadow, um, I am in the process of making friends with my shadow, and it hasn't been easy. And it's pretty much put me on my knees many days, and asking for forgiveness and asking for um, opportunities and chances to make it right and to atone for the things I've said and done. And you know, um, to be completely honest, I mean, it it almost took me out. It almost unalived me, the things that I've been dealing with. I don't know what kept me going, but I can say that I'm still here, and Every day is a fight. Every day is a struggle. Every day is a challenge. And I'm doing the work. I'm taking my time with things, and just being able to find that extra something within myself to continue fighting and trying and believing that it's going to be okay, and that I'm going to be okay. It's been difficult, so I'm really looking within right now. I'm looking within, and I'm looking other places that I haven't really looked before, and I'm in a process of really uh, grabbing onto something I can't see, asking in places I haven't asked, in a real, genuine kind of way, and it's been humbling, and it's brought me to my knees, and it's asked me to surrender in ways in which I've never surrendered. I live more intentionally now, or at least I try to. I take things more slowly. Um, I try not to get too caught up or too far ahead of myself. And I just try to take things as they come anymore. Um, and I've realized a lot that there's so much that's outside of my control. Um, and certainly the grand stage of the world is outside of my control, and it's outside of any one person's control. But um, when you have, I think, when a person has gone through a great loss and they've suffered a pretty significant amount of grief through loss and through change and through things that really kind of just knock you over and knock the life out of you. um, the will to live is something that I don't think we talk about in honest ways, because it's kind of scary to talk about, and it's uncomfortable and it's unsettling, and but it's something that I think we have to talk about more, and be more honest about. And so I think I think the world is kicking my ass. I think I'm kicking my own ass, and but I'm trying to trust things more. I'm trying to trust in things I don't know if I've ever completely allowed myself to believe in. Uh, so it's an interesting thing about trust, right? I mean, and faith, um, because when you really truly don't feel like you have anything that you can really hold on to, and where you come to that place where the direction isn't clear, kind of like in Dante's Inferno, that famous line, uh, coming to that place in which you don't know exactly where the straight way leads, and where the path of your journey is taking you. I mean, that's kind of where I find myself. I mean, this this would be difficult um, to do without you know everything else that I see going on around me, everything that I'm being flooded with, as we all are. It's a lot to take in. It'd be difficult to deal with the stuff I'm going through without the weight of the world. But when you compound that, like I said, with everything outside of myself that I'm seeing and hearing, and then how I'm feeling, about the things that I've been challenged by. Um, it's a lot. It's a lot, and there are days, and the most sincere form of honesty that I can offer, that I don't want to do it. I I really don't know how sometimes I'm able to summon the energy that I've been able to summon, and how I've been able to find some ounce of resolve to do it. But like I said, I'm here, obviously, and I think there's something to be said for that. And to anybody else that is hearing this, watching this, listening to this, and you've been able to go somewhere within yourself, or you've been able to find something beyond yourself that has helped you through, or has helped you, simply just being able to carry on and to move forward and to persist. I can't commend you enough. I can't give you enough kudos and praise, and that in and of itself is it's admirable. It's poignant, and it resonates, because I've had moments in my life where I've gone through things. I lost my parents, a handful of years ago, in a very both of them within a short amount of time. I've had friends that have lost adult children at a very young age, and that I was close to. I've watched other people lose people. I went through losing, I shouldn't say losing, but I have basically been put on, we'll call it an extended vacation from a career that I really love, and that I think loved me, and that I think I was meant to do and called to do. And, I won't get into all the particulars, but, it kind of put me on my knees, and it made me rethink and kind of question who I am. And when you lose something that you care about and that you live for and that lights you up, and it just happens to be something that is it's your breadbasket. It's the thing that that pays the bills, essentially. But if you're lucky enough and fortunate enough, as I was, and I'm going to say as I am, to find something that you love, and something that you're passionate about and that you actually care about, it's different. Um, you don't, you know, just kind of meekly, or, half-assedly roll out of bed. You spring out of bed every morning. You light up, I think. And I certainly did. And I took a lot of pride in what I did. It mattered to me. I cared about it. I took it seriously. It's the thing that I think I'm here to do. And I was kind of taken out of the game, I guess, for a little while. And I think there is a silver lining in that. And, I've had some time, a lot of time, to really dig into myself and explore myself in ways that maybe I wasn't properly or appropriately given myself a chance to do and an opportunity to do. And being real with myself about myself and being brutally honest about who I've been, like I said earlier, and it's been humbling, it's been humiliating, it's been at times embarrassing. I've wrestled with shame, I've wrestled with guilt, I've wrestled with embarrassment, you know. I've wrestled with a lot of the things that we oftentimes try to avoid as often as we can and as much as we can. And uh, let me tell you, it's not for the faint of heart. And I think, I've had my ass kicked at times, but I think I've needed it. I think um, this time away, from doing what I love has taught me uh, a lot of things, and a lot of things like that. Have given the opportunity that when I'm back, that I'm gonna pour into even more, and that I'm going to appreciate even more. So I'm still here, and if you can see this and hear this, that means that you're still here. And I just want to send this message to you and yours that just simply being here, in my view, is enough. And to continue to try to live and try to be the best possible version of yourself is a stellar accomplishment in and of itself. And it's not about, you know, getting there necessarily. It's about the aim, and it's about striving for that. And it's not about perfection. It's about wholeness. It's about trying to become, through, looking at yourself and merging yourself together, through that process of individuation, of wholeness, of, bringing together those fragmented parts of yourself. That's what it's about. And, you know, you're, I'm not ever going to be perfect. I've never been perfect. And as kind of embarrassing as it is to say out loud, it's only been until recently that I've been able to say that out loud and really mean it. And not only mean it and know it, but actually live that way. Now, I will intentionally try to, again, I'm trying to practice more awareness, more cognizance, more intentionality with what I do, more mindfulness. And I still, at times, will not completely, you know, accurately assess situations or accurately um, be available maybe in the way that I need to be at all times. But I think I can forgive that myself for that, and I think I can live with that. Um, but I think my intentions are right, and I think they're in a better place than they were before I experienced uh, the depth of the loss that I've experienced the last few years, and really the last handful of years, with the loss of my parents on top of that, my grandfather. So it's life's a journey, and what I've come to understand is I you just never know where you might be. You never know, what you're going to wake up to, or what the day holds, or what the year holds. I know that those things have been said time and time and again by many folks from many walks of life. But I mean, it really, we sometimes get so involved, and locked in with with our lives and just the daily things that we attend to, that I think it's easy to forget that, you know, life is just kind of moving along and going along, until it isn't, until something happens, you know. To quote the great boxer slash philosopher, I guess, um, Mike Tyson. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the mouth, and of course that can be taken a few different ways. But I think we kind of understand what that means. That everybody has a plan. Everybody kind of is just living and going along, and then something punches you, something knocks you down, something takes the rug out from under you, and then it's like, okay, now what? Where are you going? Where are you at? And anybody that has lived long enough and is old enough knows, like, things are going to happen, or things do happen. And I mean, it's cliche to say, but I mean, it's true that it's not that things are not going to happen, because they are. It really is, how do we live with those things? And how well can we live with those things? That's tricky. That's not easy. So I just want to leave all of you with this: that, first of all, thank you for listening to me and being here and finding me. Hope to see you around again, and please be around again. But I also want to say, if you're listening and if you're watching, you're a hero. And whatever you're going through, wherever you find yourself, whatever your challenges might be, it's a blessing that you're here. Thank you for being here. Thank you for taking time to listen to me, and keep on living. Do the best you can, and just you being here is enough. So it's a blessing to be able to speak to you, and to kind of know you in a certain kind of way. So be well, and I'll see you next time.